Okay. Everything should be working now, I think. Yeah, okay. I'm here. We're here. Winter 2023 stream. Sorry for that bit of a delay, but my cat was in pets and she wouldn't take no for an answer. So to get some peace and quiet for however long this stream is gonna run, I had to, pet her a little and scrub her and whatnot. And now she's satisfied and she should be calm. Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. YouTube shows me that there is a single person watching, and I see 2 people in the chat, so that's interesting. Okay. So, today's stream, as usual, this end of a season stream, we're gonna start by taking a look at YouTube channel statistics, subscribers, best performing videos, worst performing videos, stuff like that. Then we're gonna take a look at Patreon, what changed on Patreon, how much I'm making, how much more, how much less, we'll see about that. Then I have, I guess, a little bit of an announcement. Not really, that's kind of too much calling it an announcement, but I got some stuff to talk about. And lastly, but not leastly, we will take a look at Winter 2023 shows that I'm gonna be watching most probably. As with every show, I might drop it, I might not get around to watching it, but I'm gonna pick a selected few that I will at least give a shot to, I will at least start watching, and we'll see where it goes later, right? So, I guess let's get it started and switch to what? This view? This view. Yeah, perfect. My channel, as you can see, 502 subscribers. Broke the magic 500. 4 subscribers in the last 28 days. 2.8k views. 468 hours watched. Top videos to nobody's surprise. Gundam. Shin Maeren Kinjutsushi no Tenpo Kei. This is interesting, and that's in the last 48 hours, of course. And Madoka Magica Episode 1. In the last 2 days, Madoka Magica is still going strong, which is very interesting. Last comments, published videos, latest posts, recent subscribers, stuff like that. Some ads from YouTube. Okay, we can jump into the analytics, I guess. Yeah, the channel isn't really, when it comes to views, when it comes to watch time hours, when it comes to subscribers, I would like to see not last 28 days, but rather last 90, 3 months, single season. Yeah, you can see a bit of a falling trend. It peaked at Arknights stream, Arknights show, Symphogear, Madoka, Gundam episode, which one? Episode 3. It is usually the case. The first few episodes of every show usually peak, and then it goes slightly down. When we get to content, you'll be able to see that more clearly. But all in all, green check mark. I don't know what it says, but green check mark means good. So I'm gonna say it's good, and you can even see a little bit of an upwards trend, so that's great. Watch time, again, very similar trend. Most watch time with the end of the previous season and the beginning of a new one, new shows, people checking it out, so that bumps up the watch time. Subscribers, not many subscribers gained near the end. Again, whoever started watching those new shows, Shin Maeren Kinjutsushi no Tenpo Kei, Arknights, stuff like that, they subscribed early when they started watching those shows. Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3, they decided they like my content, they subscribed. Later on, it's pretty much the usual people and the people who already subscribed early on who stay subscribed. Yeah, new season might bump up numbers. Indeed, that's usually the case. Whenever a new season starts, there's a little bit of a bump, and then it kind of evens out. Top content for the past 3 months, oddly enough, Arknights. Arknights Prelude to Dawn episode 1 beat even Madoka Magica episode 10. And then you have episode 2 of Arknights that beat Madoka Magica finale. How crazy is that? Literally all the top performing videos are Madoka and Arknights, and then the prologue of Witch from Mercury. Never in my life have I expected Arknights to get this kind of numbers, but it kind of fell off eventually. And I also kind of stopped recording it. I'm gonna have to finish it sooner or later. I only have like 2 episodes left to watch, something like that. And there's already been a second season announced, so that's something to look forward to in the future. Latest content views. Okay, so that does it for the overview. Content. Last 90 days. Views, again, start of the season. The big things like the first episode of Arknights, third episode of Witch from Mercury, vlog, I guess maybe it kinda interested people. Madoka Magica finale, that of course bumped up the views. Episode 3 of Symphogear Axis, and then it kinda petered down. Nothing terribly unusual. Impressions are again kind of falling down, but impressions are kind of a function of views, of interactions of people. Impressions is essentially how much YouTube itself is putting my content out there for people to see, and how much people see that content. So if there's fewer views, fewer likes, fewer comments, then YouTube stops recommending my videos, and that has an impact on impressions. Click-through rate shows it best that impressions falling down and views falling down coincides, because click-through rate, meaning how many people click my videos when they see them on their feed, stays fairly consistent. There isn't any downward trend, there isn't any upward trend, so that remains in the range of around 2 something percent. Average view duration, again, that doesn't change. It's around 10 odd minutes. The average view duration is kind of brought down by the initial spike in videos that we'll see shortly. But yeah, that's perfectly usual for the channel. Next we have okay, that's overview, content. Okay, above typical intros. As you can see, here's the watch percent, how many people are still watching the video at this point. 87% people start watching it, and then it falls into like 11%, 29, 15%, 16% watch the reaction segment, then about 3, 4, 5% watch the discussion, and 2, 3% watch the closing thoughts. Nothing unusual. But this initial spike does bring the average a little bit down, the average watch time. And the initial spike is most probably caused by the video just autoplaying, and whoever's watching it doesn't want it to autoplay, so they just pause the video or stop it or close the tab or whatever, and that creates this spike of someone starting to watch the video and then stopping abruptly. Above typical intros, Overlord finale of episode 4, that had a good proportion, good percentage of people watching the reaction. Gundam, of course. Episode 4 in particular is an outlier, where 21% of people watched the discussion, which is very unusual for the channel. And below typical are some Arknights, some Gundam. Although, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't really see much of a difference between this and this. I don't know what makes this one above average and this one below average. YouTube metrics. We're never gonna find out, probably. I thought the camera is frozen, but no, thankfully not. I see this video, this episode of Madoka performing really well. Like 34% watch the meat and potatoes of it, and above 10% watch the discussion. So that's very good metric for the channel. How viewers find my videos? Mostly through YouTube search. They search on YouTube for, I don't know, Madoka Magica reaction, and my video pops up. Browse features, so traffic from homepage, home screen, whenever my videos show up in, I don't know, in their subscription feed or on their homepage, stuff like that. Channel pages, so people go directly to my channel and click videos. Suggested videos, that I believe causes the spike. And playlists, 9% people maybe not necessarily binge watch my videos, but they turn on the playlist and continue watching it. And others, externally, links on YouTube, Google search, Reddit, Bing, and Kemono Party. Kemono Party, interesting. Kemono Party, if you didn't know, is a website where people upload Patreon locked content. Right, they subscribe to someone's Patreon or Subscribestar or whatever, they scrape the entirety of their content and they upload it to Kemono Party so that other people who go there can bypass the paywall, so to speak. I didn't know that early access, weeks worth of early access on like 2 shows a season is worth scraping and going to Kemono Party for. But hey, someone gave me $10 to get access to that, so thanks, I'm $10 ahead. Top videos, Arknight's Prelude to Dawn, which is kind of surprising, not gonna lie. Right, YouTube search, mostly Arknight's reaction, Madoka Magica reaction, Symphogear reaction, Gundam reaction, to nobody's surprise, I think. Suggested videos, that's just all Madoka. My other videos were mostly shown as suggested videos to my Madoka videos. Interesting, there usually is at least a couple of episodes of other people that direct views to my channel. And playlists, mostly Madoka, Review Starlight, Symphogear G, and Princess Principal. People are still watching Princess Principal nowadays. That's great to know. And top videos, we already took a look at it. Does something change when I click impressions? No. This whole thing remains the same. Shorts, I don't put out shorts. And lives. Lives have never been like particularly well performing on my channel, so it's not surprising. Of course, Review Starlight. Wait. Yeah, Symphogear, of course, trumps here. Symphogear Live 2016, then the Arknight streams, then Symphogear Live 2013, and counter side, concurrent viewers, mostly Arknights. Yeah, you can see what numbers my streams are doing, like 3 people watching them at the same time. Did you already watch the Crown Handler? No, I have not. I've watched the first Crown Handler movie. I haven't seen the others. I haven't seen the others. I don't know how many of them are out right now. I think there might be like 2 more or something thereabouts. I'm gonna have to get around to watching them for sure. So that's streams and posts. 1,000 people saw them, 35 likes. What can I say? I don't use posts all that much. Audience analytics. Returning viewers, 756. 2 movies out. Okay, so the one I've seen and 1 additional. Gotcha. Returning viewers, the proportion of new to returning doesn't really change. It's about 50-50 at any given time. Although, what brought this many brand new viewers? Arknights. My Arknight series brought the most new viewers, and regular episodes, regular videos, and Alchemy Stars stream brought mostly returning viewers. And Gundam, Shinma Renkin Jutsushi, and Madoka also brought mostly returning viewers. Arknights is kind of a dark horse on the channel, honestly. I had absolutely no expectations for it, and it seems to have brought so many new people, so many new subscribers and viewers. And as you can see, videos growing your audience, episode 1 of Arknights, prologue of Witch from Mercury, and then it's just Arknights and the Gundam Witch almost all the way down. Sans Madoka episode 10. That's 90 days, so why do you tell me not enough eligible audience data to show this report for the last 28 days and last 7 days? I don't know. When your viewers are on YouTube, could be due to some time zone changes like winter time, summertime, or something like that. It kind of shifted later. No, did it shift later or did it? No, it's all. I think all this time it was around 16:30 my time, and it seems to be the case still, with some windows around 17 o'clock, 19 o'clock. So I know when to release videos best to reach the most of you. 64% of you are not subscribed, 35% are, mostly males around 18 to 34 years old, from United States, Japan, Germany, Indonesia, some Philippines. Most of you watch without subtitles, some watch with English subtitles, some translate it to Japanese and Chinese, which is interesting. I didn't know I have a Chinese audience, but apparently I do, at least like 0.2%. And finally, research. Research is interesting because I can see. Oh, can I see? Oh, yeah, all searches in English, everybody. I guess I can't see any searches, which is a bummer. Usually those searches were super fun. If the subtitles still count misclicks, probably. Probably they do, honestly. Yeah, it's a bummer that the research tab doesn't show anything. It usually shows some fun stuff, like people searching for, I don't know, how to fix their faucet and things like that. It shows me that, hey, your viewers are looking for instructions how to fix the faucet. Maybe you should start making faucet fixing videos. I guess it might be useful to some. To me, it was just usually some dumb fun. But apparently there aren't any results. Curious. And what else? Copyright. I'm in the clear with copyright. Monetization. Past halfway point towards monetization. I fulfilled all the other requirements, just not the subscriber amount. And what else? I guess let's take a look at content. And let's take Symphogear Axis. No, actually, let's take some existing series. Gundam. You can see how it kind of falls off. The first Gundam, the prologue gathered 700 people, then it was 300, 200, 100, then a spike to 200, spike below 100, and then it kind of keeps around the 100 mark. And the same is true for any other series. You see that initial bump of subscribers, of viewers, of impressions, and then it kind of falls down. Same goes for comments, same goes for likes. You can see 23 comments, 35 likes, and on the newest video, 1 comment and 12 likes. It's just how it is. Okay, so I think that about sums up YouTube. Let's take a look at the Patreon. 14 Patreons, $107 a month. Newest video, newest post is of course Symphogear Access, episode 11. And let's take a look at the insights. Insights past. There's no past 3 months. Sure, let's do past 6 months. Active Patreons, they went up to 14 of them, and they kinda stay at 14. 13 new Patreons, mostly, yeah, nobody new started subscribing in November or December. 6 people cancelled. Nobody cancelled in November or December. What else? 3 upgrades from voter to early access, and from early access to skip the poll, and 1 downgrade from skip the poll to early access. Earnings, no past 3 months, but past 6 months. July, big fall towards August, September, October, November, December, January. Yeah, from 173. I think this was when someone, I'm sorry, I can't remember who, someone used the skip the poll tier so that I play Disco Elysium, and I'm gonna finish playing Disco Elysium. Don't you worry, none. So that's their $100. That kind of skews the graph a little. It stays around $100, which is fairly typical. Yeah, not particularly many changes. You can see the platform fees, the payment fees. Declines. Someone's card declined apparently, or something, for $10. Posts. Most interactions with some post, I don't know. I don't treat Patreon as social media, so I wouldn't know. Patrons, is that gonna show me something? Relationship manager. Benefits. Exit surveys. Yeah, I'm interested in exit surveys. Some other reason my financial situation changed. I didn't like the benefits. I only intended to give a specific amount of money. Some other reason, and NGS wasn't as active as I expected. All's fair. All makes sense. I particularly agree with this last bit, unfortunately. Alas. But I do agree with it. Wasn't as active as I expected. Did my... No, I thought my camera froze. No. False alarm. Okay. So that's YouTube, that's Patreon, and now we can look at the seasonal anime. But before that, as I said, a bit of announcement. Should I call it an announcement? Maybe, sorta, kinda, I guess. When it comes to the content and the fact that it kind of slowed down, I was going up there to like 7 shows a week, 7 videos a week at least, plus some live streams. It was all climbing, Patreon was climbing, subscribers were climbing, someone's calling me, call me later, I don't care. But then, as you all probably know, job happened, I got a full-time job that limited the amount of time I have free severely, honestly. But it was also a positive change, because thanks to that job I was able to buy some new stuff, like a new camera and stuff like that, without having to worry that I'm gonna be left with nothing in my bank account. It also gives me security in that it gives me insurance. It gives me money towards retirement fund and stuff like that, right? So I don't want to leave that job. I would if I could. If I was making like $1,000 on Patreon, I would leave the job in an instant. No questions about that. But we are still quite a ways off from that. So I came up with a bit of a whatchamacallit, bit of a fuck. I forgot the word. Not a consensus. Middle ground. I'm just gonna call it middle ground, and most probably, I'm gonna be switching to a part time. I'm not gonna be working full hours. I'm gonna be working half hours for half the money, but it's gonna give me more time to spend on the channel, to spend on making videos, streaming, stuff like that. And I thought I managed with 0% of the pay I'm getting right now. I will manage with getting 50% of it, right? And if it helps me grow the channel more, then it increases the likelihood that sooner or later I'm gonna be able to work no hours at all because I'm gonna be able to just live off Patreon. That's the goal, at least, isn't it? Lofty goal somewhere in the future. But yeah, bit of a dive, bit of a risk, maybe. But then again, I'm not leaving the job, I'm not burning any bridges. I'm just lowering the amount of hours I'm gonna be working. Hopefully, it works out for the channel. I think it will. I think it will. Okay, so I guess that's the bit of an announcement. Some people were also asking about Madoka. Madoka is coming sooner rather than later. I'm gonna be watching Rebellion. I just need to be in like the right headspace and the right like state of mind and stuff. Yeah, having a backup is important. That's another thing. If I don't know, Patreon decides to deplatform me, or if PayPal decides to withhold my money, I can just say I don't care. I have my pay every month, and I don't need to be reliant on it. So yeah, um, that's I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move, but we'll see. We'll see about that. Okay, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the Animus. Let's talk about the Animus. But first, before we talk about the Animus, I have something for the occasion. I managed to find Ramune, or Ramune, or however you pronounce it. It's lychee Ramune. I don't know if you see it. Probably do. Never had it. I don't even know how to open it. It looks like the instructions on like those Japanese toilets, and it's all in Japanese. So hopefully I won't hurt myself opening it. Water, glucose, fructose syrup, sugar, carbon dioxide, aroma, and lemon acid, lemon juice. Lamune? Okay, Lamune. Sure, let's go with that. I'm gonna trust you on that. Oh, fuck. Okay. Um, do I use this? I think I use this. Or do I? Or do I take this off? Wait. There's the bowl. I think that's the bowl you have to like push in with your tongue. What the fuck do I do? This pop up? Oh, okay. This pops out. This little doohickey. And I use this to push in the bowl. Is that it? I don't think that's it. um. Oh. Ooh. Okay. You didn't see that. Went in. That was quite a blast. Uh. Roll the marble around the soda to create a fizz. Yeah, I can see the marble. Interesting. Taste test, I guess. It tastes like sugar water with some fizz and lychee flavor. I don't know what I expected. I'm not disappointed. I'm just, I don't know. It's good. Don't get me wrong. Where did the ball go? Oh, the ball got stuck to the top. Jesus Christ. It's dangerous, this thing. Okay. Okay, anime. Anime. That's what you're here for. That's what the stream is named after. After all. Let's see. Uh, 55 plus Ramune flavors. I'm gonna have to be on the lookout for them then. This is the first one that came to my attention because I really like lychee. Okay. I see already plenty of sequels. Vinland Saga Season 2. Mao Gakuin no Futekigō Sha Shinjo. Sure, let's give it a look. Is this... Oh, it's the second season. No, wait. The first core of the second season of Mao Gakuin no something something. Oh, The Misfit of Demon King Academy. Yeah, I was intending to watch it when it was coming out, but I didn't. If there's nothing else, then I'm just gonna watch the original, although there's quite a few other anime that are also waiting for my attention. In any case, first core of the second season, so that's out. Tokyo Revengers, I think that's also a second season. Yeah, second season of Tokyo Revengers. Bungyo Stray Dogs, 4th season. Nagatoro-san, 2nd season. Nier Automata, version 1.1a. Zero chance you don't find now this season. Okay, we'll see. Nier Automata, version 1.1a. I have not played Nier. I'm interested in it. I wonder if I should watch the anime. There's a trailer. There's a cast. Aoi Yuki plays some weird-ass robot. So that could be interesting. Pascal. I guess Aoi Yuki plays Pascal. I mean, Aoi Yuki playing anybody doesn't really surprise me. Okay. So, made by Yoko Taro, of course, director Ryoji Masuyama, who's also known for, what else? Promare, storyboard, Blend S, Darling in the Franxx, Little Witch Academia, Occultic 9, Kill la Kill key animation on one of the episodes, Mass Effect anime, interesting Idolmaster, Fractale, PSG, okay, Hero Man, and some other shows I don't necessarily recognize. Could be worth a watch. I'm gonna say this one's a probably yes. Next. Itai no wa ia nanode bogyo ryoku ni kyoko furi. Second season. Yeah, what's the English name? Oh, second season of Bofuri. You should have said it's Bofuri, not whatever this says. Haven't seen the first season. So, skip. Tomo-chan wa Nanoko. I heard of this one. In the context of manga. I've heard the manga is really good. I might give it a watch. Sure. I'm not sure how fit a slice of life is for the channel, but sure, why not? Worst case scenario, they're just gonna be like 40-minute long episodes without much discussion and stuff. It's a rom-com slice of life. Yeah, I haven't really watched any rom-coms, so I guess unless you count the one Kaguya OVA that I've watched. Did I watch any rom-coms? Not really, no. Tentative yes, I guess. Yeah, not a very good show. Not every good show is also a good show for a reaction. That's kind of my relationship with Spy Family, to be perfectly honest with you. Funny to see, not good for reaction. I might watch it in my spare time then. We'll see about that. Very fast-paced adaptation with a lot of things happening, so probably wouldn't lend itself well for a reaction, would it? I would barely have the time to talk about anything, and then there's just another gag and another gag and another gag. Okay, it's a Yonkoma. That tells me a lot. I'm probably gonna watch it in my spare time then, but probably not gonna record anything. Also, I haven't watched the Nier trailer, although should I? Reaction maybe, but nothing to analyze. Okay, we'll see. Not much to talk. I'm gonna give a quick watch to the Nier trailer. Hopefully, it strays away from the usual way trailers are and doesn't spoil anything. We'll see. Oh, not this loud. Can I like pop it out or something? Full screen. Oh, there we go. Although that might strike the video. Fuck. No, I'm not gonna be watching trailers. Maybe like little bits in this tiny window. Art looks great, animation looks great. Okay, sure, I'm gonna watch Nier. Why not? Haven't played the games. I'm gonna at least watch the anime. Reuses soundtrack from the trailer for the game. Yeah, I don't wanna fuck with Japanese gaming industry. I'm not gonna watch the trailer. Next, Spy Kyoshitsu. Finally something that isn't a sequel. Conflict ravaged the nations now deploy covert operatives instead of missiles. Lily is recruited into spy training, but her practical skills are absolutely abysmal. Desperate to pass, she leaps at the chance to join the mysterious Tomoshibi team. Too bad the team is filled with even more hopeless spies. Together, they must conquer the impassable mansion and best their genius instructor, but the true purpose behind their classroom is more harrowing than they can imagine. Um, it seems like some sort of a whatchamacallit, battle royale with spies in a magic school that has no right to exist, but it exists because of course it does. Kind of like Assassination Classroom mixed with uh, that one Yuri show where there's also a school full of assassins whose only goal is to assassinate like one of the girls who is there. I forgot the name of it. I don't know. Action, comedy, drama, mystery. Male protagonist, primarily female. Okay, so it's gonna be a harem. We can already tell that. Espionage, heterosexual, guns, crime, female harem. Yeah, it even says so right there. Let's not this loud, please. Pseudo harem, probably, yeah. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. There we go. Now I can watch the trailer without fear of copy strikes and stuff. Why is it... It is 1080p. Okay, it wasn't, apparently. I'm getting some Princess Principal vibes. Just a little bit. Mostly from the clothing, I guess. Plenty of waifus. Of all sorts. That's a lot of waifus. That's many more waifus than I thought there's gonna be. Some German. Everybody were living at the same dorm, probably. Learning at the same school. And is this the protagonist or is that the instructor? Hey, it looks at least a little interesting. The art's not bad, the animations aren't bad. It seems to be like for Germany, judging by how the soldiers were dressed. So kind of sort of similar time frame to Princess Principal as well. Okay, let's see who makes it. It's based on a light novel. Studio Feel. Studio Feel. What did they make? Yahari Ore, no Seishun Love Cam, whatever. Hinamatsuri. Some music videos. Tak a ja lubię, that's in Polish. What? Excusez-moi? Oh, it's a tie-in to some show, I guess. First episode aired today. Usual cold MC instructor surrounded by girls. Okay, pseudo harem. Oh, Studio Feel, Dagashikashi, of course, Galko-chan. That's how I recognize them, from Dagashikashi. Also made Bikini Warriors, sequel to Bikini Warriors. Takaraboku wa Eiga Dekinai, Papa Kiki, Mayo Chiki, Kiss X the TV version, Yosuga no Sora, Kiss X is the non-TV version. They have quite the pedigree, don't they? Da Capo, mostly just Kisses, and yeah, and Yosuga no Sora, those are certainly the standout series. This seems to be their first, like, serious-ish production, maybe? No, not really. They have some more serious-ish shows. Yeah, I'm gonna give a watch, I think, to at least one episode. Recommendations: Licorice Recall, Spy Family, of course, Princess Principal, Ansatsu Kyoshitsu. Let's take a brief look at the staff. Original story, Takemachi. Haven't really written anything else. Director Keiichiro Kawaguchi, who also was responsible for director on Higurashi. Okay, that bodes decently well. Director for Galko-chan. Storyboard for C-Cube. Oh, C-Cube. That's a title I haven't seen mentioned in a long while. I remember watching it, and I remember liking it. It was super fucking weird and kinda ahead of its time, especially when it comes to visuals. Ore no Imoto. Yeah, C Cubed had a great opening. Episode director on Naruto, key animation on GTO. Okay, being a director on what was it? On Higurashi, kinda has me interested. Any names for? Oh, Aoyuki plays a character here, Hyojin. Well then, I'm gonna watch it at least for Aoyuki then. Simple decision. Yes, Akuma no Riddle. That one. That's the exact one. Akuma no Riddle. Yep. Exactly. Tensei Ojo. Yeah. I heard about it. I did hear about it. But yeah, Aoyuki plays Hyojin, so I'm gonna watch it for Aoyuki if for no other reason. Kyoko Suiri Season 2. Otonai no Tenshi Samani Itsu something something. Amane lives alone in an apartment, and the most beautiful girl in school, Mahiro, lives just next door. They've almost never spoken until the day he sees her in distress on a rainy day and lends her his umbrella. To return the favor, she offers him help around the house, and the relationship slowly begins to blossom as the distance between them closes. So it's just a plain romance, maybe a bit of a rom-com. Yeah, comedy, romance, slice of life. Um, Probably a skip. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. That's the English title. So I guess it's a bit of escapism. What if I had a cute neighbor girlfriend who would bake me pies and make me ramen? Could be a cool light watch, but I don't think I'm gonna have much to talk about. I can't get used to this bowl. Makes drinking interesting, don't get me wrong, but also kind of pain in the ass. Dungeon Need Deny. Sorry, I guess I'm gonna have to pick it up. Okay, sorry for that. Had to pick it up, I guess. It was my doctor calling with some appointment. Okay, so let's continue. Ice Guy and his school female colleague. Relaxing anime. Okay, I guess I'm caught up with the chat. Yeah, Dungeon. That's like what, fourth season or something? Yeah, season 4. Kubo-san wa mob wo yurusanai. Kubo-san won't let me be invisible. I think that's the title. Junta Shiraishi has just one goal: to experience youth to the fullest, but this is easier said than done. Junta is so socially invisible that people at school would swear he skipped class even when he's sitting right behind them. Everything changes when Junta meets Nagisa Kubo. She's the only person who pays Junta any attention, and her constant teasing is sure to turn Junta's quiet life upside down because Kubo won't let him be invisible. I'm guessing it's a rom-com? Comedy romance. Yeah, not even any additional tags, just a pure straight rom-com. Uh, Probably a skip then. Next. Kori Zokusei Danshi to Cool no Doryo Joshi. Yeah, it does seem like fluff rom-com. I'm reminded of at least a couple more series in that same vein, where there's like two teens who sit at school next to each other, and there's some budding romance between them. Mhm. Yeah, rom-coms are hard. If there's nothing but rom-com, it's hard. If there's at least something, right? Like, I don't know, fantasy rom-com, you can at least talk about the world, or sci-fi rom-com, you can at least talk about the science or pseudo-scientific bullshit they're spewing. But when it's just a rom-com, kind of hard to talk about things. Himuro is a descendant of Yuki Onnas, living in modern times and a newbie office worker. When he gets emotionally overwhelmed, he ends up causing blizzards or starts building snowmen and igloos. Whenever his secret romantic feelings for his unique yet kind co-worker Fuyutsuki intensify, he sometimes ends up freezing those around him. Then there's Fuyutsuki. Everyone always sees her as the cool type, but Fuyutsuki is actually also pretty curious about the mysterious co-worker Himuro. The relationship continues to gradually evolve daily through work and work events. Eventually, they start to spend time with each other outside of work, but they're both a bit awkward when it comes to love, so they just can't seem to get closer. A heartwarming workplace fantasy rom-com starring a seemingly cool couple is about to begin. Okay, so another rom-com where after 24 episodes they hug, and that's their progress. I fully know what to expect. At least there's that bit of supernatural stuff. So at least I guess that's something that sets it apart. And Kuderes. Usually with lore, it's hard. Usually with lore, or it's hard to talk about. Yeah, it is. Like, what are you gonna talk about? I liked how Naguno-kun came to Nagisa-chan's room and cared for her when she had the fever. The scene where he was making porridge was a scene, right? Like, not much to talk about. This one has slightly more because there's the yokai, there's the kemono-mimi, there's the superpowers, but probably also a skip. Might watch it in my spare time if it turns out to be really good, actually, but I think it's just gonna be a skip. I heard episode 1 was really episodic. Gotcha. So not even any, like, overarching plot to it where, I don't know, he's trying to hide the fact that he's a descendant of a Yuki Onna or something. 4 stories in it. Okay, so it's probably just some short chapters of the manga. I don't think it would lend itself well to the reaction and to the discussion, most of all. Maybe someone's gonna prove me wrong. Maybe it turns out it's a hidden gem, but right now, probably a skip. Trigun Stampede. That seems like what, a sequel to Trigun? Mm, no, it's a remake of Trigun. Interesting. Yeah, Trigun is a popular Japanese gun action manga series created by Yasuhiro Naitao. It follows the fated journey of Vash the Stampede, a legendary gunman and a pacifist with a bounty on his head. And now it will be reborn as a brand new original anime series, Trigun Stampede, in 2023. And we have an official trailer. So let's give it a look. HD, please. Oh, that's CG, isn't it? Yeah, it's a CG anime. Yeah. It doesn't look terrible, I guess. But I've never really been fond of purely CG anime. And this one also looks kinda choppy. I don't know why. The animation's cool and some of the shots. I mean, some of the shots are cool and the characters do look decent. But then you have robots and stuff that kind of clash with their attempt at replicating 2D art and 2D animation. That's what I take issue with. Like, you have characters that try to replicate 2D art, but then that one guy just has a cloak that completely clashes with the art style. Or there's a big, huge fuck of robot that also clashes with the art style. Somewhere here. Yeah. Okay. Right? Like, this completely clashes with what they're trying to achieve, it seems to me. There's so much detail here. There's so much, like, grime and grease and grunge. And then you have character shots and characters that look very anime-like. Right? So what are they trying to do, really? Are they going for, like, actually CG animation, like, I don't know, Pixar movies or something, where they can go towards that more realistic art style? Or are they trying to make 2D anime using CG? Which is it? You can't have both. Something's gonna clash. And that's the vibe I'm getting. I'm gonna say I'm gonna set it tentatively as planning. If there's nothing else, I guess I'll give it a shot. I'm interested in the story at least. The art style, though, kind of bothers me. Supposedly, you should be able to watch it without any knowledge. CGI anime made by Studio Orange. Land of the Lustrous. Heard a lot of good about Land of the Lustrous, for sure. Didn't have humans, yeah. And yeah, thanks for congratulations on 500 subs. It is like quite, yeah, it is quite a big of a milestone halfway through towards monetization. That matters. CG is always a thing that needs to win me over. Don't mind it per se, but it takes a bit more time for me to watch a show if there's a lot of CG. Yeah, the only CG show that I've seen was Doro Doro. And I did enjoy Doro Doro, but I had to kind of get into it with a little bit of a different mindset, I guess. Kinda hard to explain it. Okay, so Studio Orange also made Hoseki no Kuni and also made some other shows. Black Bullet, interesting. And then after Black Bullet, they just started to invest heavily into CG, it seems. Beastars and stuff. Okay, that's gonna be a tentative yes. But if there's something else, then it's probably gonna be a skip. Way of the House Husband Season 2. Ningen Fushin no Bokten Shatachi ga Sekai wo Sukuyo desu. Nick used to be a member of a veteran adventurer party, helping his undisciplined friends with the accounts whenever he could. But what was his reward? Getting accused of embezzlement and kicked out by the leader he respected. Before long, he finds a few other jaded adventurers and kindred spirits and together. Oh, I know this one. I know this one. I do know this one, actually. Yeah, adventurers who don't believe in humanity will save the world. I've read the manga. The manga hasn't gotten far. That's a watch. That's a yes from me. It might turn out to be complete and utter shit, but right now it's gonna be a yes. Let's give the fuck. Let's give the trailer a look. It's probably gonna be. Oh, I forgot to switch the views. I keep forgetting to switch the views. Yeah, Ningen Fushin no Boketsu Tachi ga Sekai wo Tsukuyo desu. The manga is good. It's genuinely good. And I hope the anime is gonna reach past the manga. Corner video. 1080p. Let's give it a look. Yeah, the art isn't anything to write home about, but then again, um, which seasonal adventure fantasy series has? Oh, CG mugs. Are you are you for real? Why? Why would you make their mugs CG? Okay, my excitement dipped ever so slightly. CG money. CG people, CG monsters. CG weapon. Okay, not all monsters are CG, so there's that at least. I'm gonna be honest, if I haven't read the manga, I would have completely discounted this anime. Like, completely and utterly. I would not even spare a second glance. Legit. The first episode already aired, though, so I'm gonna give it a shot. I hope they don't fuck it up, because the manga is genuinely decent. Who's making it? Geek Toys. That sounds like the name of an online shop that sells figurines and stuff. Wait, they're making that Date Alive? Really? Data Bullet, Data Alive? Oh, but not all of Date Alive, just Date Alive 4. And Date a Bullet, whatever that is. So it's not like they have a history with Date Alive. Date Alive was good. It had good art, good animation, good everything. But it seems like they're just making fourth one. They just made the fourth one. And I think it's the one that had like mixed reviews, if that. And they also made Plunderer, which wasn't great either. Hmm. Haven't read anything bad about the first episode at the very least. Okay. Wasn't every season of Date A Live done by a different studio? I don't know, maybe. Or is the one who supposedly looked the best? I don't know, to be perfectly honest with you. I think I've seen like only the first two seasons of Date A Live. Date A Live 3 was made by JC Staff. Date A Live 4. Date A Live 5 is gonna be made by Geek Toys. So they are switching quite a bit. Date A Live movie was Production IMS. Date A Live 3 was JC Staff. Date A Live 2 was Production IMS, and the original Date A Live, no, not the light novel. Okay, there's the OVA, and there's the Date A Live that was made by AIC++. They are switching studios quite a fair bit, aren't they? Okay, anything else that's like a saving grace about it? Itsuki Imazaki is the director, who's also responsible for key animation on FMA, storyboard on The Grey Man, and not much more besides that. Not really any directing roles besides on Hensuki and this one, whatever that is, and some ecchi maho shoujo anime, I guess. That kind of lowered my excitement, I'm not gonna lie. I am not going to lie. Oh well, I'll give it a watch at the very least. Next. What do we have next? Kamitachi no Hiroware ta Otoko 2, second season, so that's gonna be a skip. Inu ni nattara suki na hito ni Hiroware ta, that's also gonna be a skip. It's not an isekai, it's reborn as a dog. They say every dog has its days. That's especially true for our protagonist, who's just turned into a dog and now lives every day under the care of his crush, Inukai-san. She happily dotes on her new companion, and while he wants to return to human form someday, there's something wonderful about being cared for by the person he loves. Enjoy life through the eyes of a dog in my life as Inukai-san's dog. Yeah, that's gonna be a no. It's essentially in the same vein as what's that anime? The one about I want you to look at me with disgust and show me your panties, or something like that. That was a manga that somehow got an anime. There was one centered around thigh highs. There are all sorts of weird fetish anime out there, and this very much seems like that. It's just gonna be low shots and barely upskirt shots and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a skip. Yeah, How to Look Up Skirts, the anime, exactly. Yeah, the panty one got renewed. I heard about it. It's absolutely crazy. But I guess, hey, there's some demand for it, right? They wouldn't have made it if there was no demand. Tensei Ojo to Tensei Reiju no Maho Kakumei. This one's been hyped quite a fair bit, and I can see why, because I'm up to date with the manga actually. Ball. Illustration on the cover has 3 pictures in the same pose but different clothes. Wait, really? Oh, the one with the... Okay, gotcha. The one with the panties. Yes, Yuri. It is indeed a Yuri. Despite her supposed ineptitude with regular magic, Princess Anzifia defies the aristocracy's expectations by developing magicology, a unique magical theory based on memories from her past life. One day she witnesses the brilliant noblewoman Euphilia unjustly stripped of her title as the kingdom's next monarch. That's when Anisfia concocts a plan to help Euphilia regain her good name, which somehow involves them living together and researching magic. Little do these two ladies know, however, that their chance encounter will alter not only their own futures, but those of the kingdom and the entire world. I've read the manga. It's great. It's amazing. And it's kind of a pity that I've read the manga, because now I'm not entirely sure if I should watch the anime. Because it's no longer gonna be fully blind. Ah. Yeah, that's a dilemma, isn't it? Hmm. I guess I don't know how far does the anime go? How far is it gonna go? 12 episodes? Is it gonna catch up to the manga? Is it gonna go past it? Hopefully it's gonna get past. Hmm. Yeah, it is Yuri, but doesn't focus on romance much. Indeed. Indeed. For context, for those people who are perhaps familiar with the light novel, uh, I don't think it will cover all 3 volumes of light novel. It'll go past the manga. The manga right now is, to not spoil anything, it's at Vampire Shenanigans, the beginnings. That's how I'm gonna say it. So yeah, it's probably gonna go past the manga. There wasn't any moment in the manga that would be a good finale, so anime will go past the manga. Okay. Oh, right, that's also a factor. You're right. It's gonna be based on the light novel, not the manga. So there's gonna be some additional context, additional info. You're right, actually. I guess, yeah, it could have been a possible finale. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna watch it. If people say it's gonna be different, sufficiently different than the manga, I'm gonna give it a watch. Uh, what do we have? Actually, why not? I'm gonna check out the trailer. Also, recommendations: Otome Game, Licoreko, Princess Principal, Bofuri, Virgin Road, and Maho no Tabitai. Makes sense. All of those make perfect sense. HD. And let's give the trailer a look. Oh, that's actually some good art. Okay. Someone said it is the Isekai Chisato and Takina. I guess. Similar designs. Kinda, sorta. Okay, is the trailer gonna show something something that I haven't seen in the manga, or is it just not gonna spoil anything? On one hand, hopefully it's not gonna spoil anything. On the other, I would like an indication that I'm gonna have something, get something fresh out of it. Is Euphilia's friend gonna appear? Yeah, okay. So that's about where I'm in the manga. I think. Okay. Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna give it a watch. 6 volumes of the light novel. Okay. So chances are this one's gonna cover like 2 of them. So I'm gonna have some fresh material. Who's making it? Studio Diomedea. Studio Diomedea, who also made nothing really I would recognize. Futsal Boys, I recognize the name at least. Domestic Nakanojo. Beatless. The jump from Domestic Nakanojo to Tensei Ojo, that's quite something, isn't it? Also, what else? Handa-kun, Kantai Collection, Akuma no Riddle. Okay, they also made Akuma no Riddle. And Kusei Madoshi Koho Sei no Kyokan. I remember that one. Mondai Jitachi ga Isekai. Oh, Mondai Jitachi. I remember this show. It was actually great. A pity that it never got a second season. It deserved one. What else? Ika Musume. Lotte no Omocha. Okay, that's another title I recognize. Kodomo no Jikan. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? From Kodomo no Jikan and Lotte no Omocha, all the way through Kankole and Aho Girl and Domestic Nakanojo to Tensei Ojo to Tensei Reijo. Interesting how that works. Additional backstories. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna watch it. We'll see how it goes. Next. Oni-chan wa Oshimai. Mahiro Oyama was just a normal erotic game-loving dude until he woke up one morning as a woman. Turns out his mad scientist little sister Mihari tried out one of her new experiments on him with a disastrous outcome, as far as Mahiro's concerned, but Mihari is determined to study him as he's determined to go back to his shut-in game-playing life, and one thing's for sure, life's going to get a whole lot weirder from here on out. Oh, no doubt about that. Too bad I'm probably not gonna be there to watch it. Cute girls doing cute things, gender bending, hikikomori school. I don't think there's gonna be particularly much to talk about, so that's gonna be a skip probably. Watch the trailers. Okay, I guess I'm gonna give the trailer a watch. Why not? Oh, I haven't switched the view. Fuck. Yeah, this is the description and stuff. Corner video. Trailer. HD. YouTube, why do you hate me so? Okay, if nothing else, it definitely lives up to the moniker of cute girls doing cute things. Very pastel, very cool art, cool, cute. art, for sure. Reminds me of the art. What was the show? Yeah, I forgot. But yeah, there was quite a few shows with this kind of an art style. I'm not averse to it, don't get me wrong. Big cast, decently sized. And yeah, it's literally just going to be cute girls doing cute things. Okay. With a bit of comedy. With a fair bit of comedy. You can talk a lot about the animation. I guess so. Check the studio. Studio Bind. Studio Bind. Switch. Mushko Tensei. Oh, wasn't this studio like literally made for the explicit purpose of adapting Mushko Tensei? Oh boy. I guess since they're founded, might as well start making other shows, right? Interesting. Interesting. Also, I love the profile picture of the director. It's a cat with a lightsaber. Not quite? Okay, I guess this looks cute enough to check out. Maybe not make a series on it, but I might check it out in some spare time or something. We'll see. Not quite. I'm assuming you're talking about Mushko Tensei. Oh, there's a big ass delay on the stream I can see. Jesus. I should have set up like low latency mode. Need to make easy money somehow, maybe train new guys. Yeah, I think training new guys is actually a good would actually be a good reason to make some low stakes, low not low quality, but you know, not bringing the new people newbies to adapt Mushko Tensei, but teach them on making adaptations of some smaller media, smaller light novels, manga. Next, Shin Shin Kanomi Shiranai Uchi no Kachi Gumi Jinsei. What's this one about? Second season. Shumatsu no Valkyrie, second season. Ayakashi Triangle, action comedy ecchi. Probably gonna be a skip. It wasn't exclusively for Mushko Tensei, okay. Ayakashi Triangle. Japan may be brimming with mysterious monsters called Ayakashi, but they have a special exorcist ninja force to counter the threat. Young exorcist ninja Matsuri spends his days fighting Ayakashi to protect his childhood friend Suzu. But when an Ayakashi cat named Shirogane shows up, things get turned upside down. And we're down for some wacky shenanigans. There's also a trailer. Action comedy, ecchi romance, supernatural, gender bending, ninja, female protagonist, urban fantasy, shonen yokai, male protagonist. Let's give the trailer a gander. Or however you say it. Okay. Let's see it. Okay, kinda sorta monster of the week vibes. And a perverted cat, of course. You gotta have a mascot. Oh, the voice on that cat, though. Okay, and he got gender bent because of the cat's curse or something. Understandable. Okay, a character with a cutie fang and Sanpaku eyes. You got a little bit of my attention with that single character. I'm a sucker for Sanpaku eyes. I loved Saya in Dagashikashi for that very reason. Okay, I can't say I got particularly much out of that trailer, besides main character gets gender bent. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know enough to be able to form an opinion, to be perfectly honest with you. Hmm. There's a lot of anime that I already have, but I'm gonna say very tentative yes. Very tentative maybe. Gender bent pseudo Yuri, yeah, it does seem like pseudo Yuri. Next, oh, Body Daddies. I saw someone mention Spy Family ripoff, and I'm assuming this is it. Body Daddies. Two professional contract criminals are up for their biggest mission yet, taking care of a child. It does look fun. Sure. PA Works makes it. They also made Akiba Maid, Paripiri Komei, Umamusu. What else? Fairy Gone 2, more Umamusu, Charlotte, Chirobako, another, Angel Beats. Yeah, quite the pedigree they have. Body Daddies. Huh. Directed by Yoshiyuki Asai. Yoshiyuki Asai, who also directed Kamisama ni Natta Hi, episode director Bungyo Stray Dogs, director on Fate Apocrypha, and some other, directed Charlotte. Yeah, a few director and episode director roles, I guess. In Soul Eater, and some older shows. Body Dot. Oh, I didn't switch the view again. Shit. Yeah, Body Daddies. Interesting how episode 1 is yet to air and 16 people already dropped it, and 45 people paused it, and 5 people completed it somehow. Interesting statistics. And people are already rating it. Sure. Let's give the trailer a watch, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna check out the trailer. Assassin Bodies. Oh, that's some nice VA work. Hmm. Guess it could be fun. It does very much look like this kind of I don't want to say stupid fun, but kinda stupid fun. Let's check out the VA of Rei Suwa. Kinda intrigued me. Oki Uchiyama. Oh, voiced Ruth in Mahotsukai no Yome. Season 2, oh. It's been announced? Didn't even know that. And voiced some pretty boys. Hmm. Yeah, mostly just voiced edgy pretty boys. Gotcha. Nobody I would particularly recognize, really. Besides Ruth. And I guess Ichika from Infinite Stratos and Raku from Nisekoi. Anybody else he did voice for? No, but I would recognize. Mahoutsukai no Yome Season 2. April 2023. Well, set as planning and favorite. For sure. Seems like fun. I don't know if it seems like fun that I would have a lot to say about, but does seem like fun for sure. Okay, let's continue. Eiyu o buwo ki wa meru tame tensei soshite sekai saikyo no minari kishi. Phew, that's a title and a half. After living a life devoted to serving his country and people, Inglis's one wish to be free of a king's burden and to train was actually heard. But as a beautiful girl, reborn in the far future as a daughter to renowned knights, Inglis can now focus on mastering the martial arts. A wish has been granted, and Inglis will be on the front lines, fulfilling the dream of becoming the strongest knight. Yeah, Ancient Magus Bride OVAs, haven't seen them. Made by Studio Comet, another gender bend with reincarnation. Adoption, age gap, suicide, apparently. Made by Studio Comet. What else did they make? Nothing I would recognize, that's for sure. Some cutesy child anime and some fan servicey anime. And they worked on Initial D. Yeah, they made Initial D to the next stage, Project D Emukete. And yeah, nothing more that I would recognize, alas. They do have quite a long history. Yeah, all the way to 1985. And in 2023, they're making an adaptation of a gender bending resurrection fantasy series. The story is by Hayaken. Did they write anything else? No, just this. And the Kokonoi Volter, whatever that is. And some Nariagari Eiyutan. Okay. Director Naoyuki Kuzuya, who also made Yuru Camp. Storyboard, at least. Anything else? Bikini Warriors, Wild Adapter, whatever that would be. Boss Gamer, Yawara. Not many shows that I recognize. Storyboard for Arifureta. Sure. I'll give the trailer a watch. Why not? It's gender bender, but with actual world building. There's indeed story behind it, but sometimes I get a feeling the author gets a bit sidetracked and the main story pauses here and there. Okay, so chances are it's gonna have some overarching plot, but it might also have some episodic elements to it. Sure, I'm not averse to that. Let's take a look at the trailer, though. Anything interesting? Interesting art style, fairly thick line work, and the kind of old school vibe I'm getting from it, especially from that one phase. And from the art, most of all. I don't know why, but it's giving me some old school anime vibes. Of course, we need to have a companion, tiny little creature. That's some cool shading. Some CG monsters. And more CG monsters. Hmm. Not entirely sure about this one. Like, it seems like some, again, I don't like using that term, but kind of sort of dumb fun. Like something that I would have fun watching. But I'm not sure again how much there is to discuss. Because it seems like another character gets reborn as another person and they are still stupid OP. And they're just stupid OP, and that's about it. English is a bit of a battle-hungry OP character. Yeah, OP character. I mean, makes sense. When are they not? Let me make that question. When are they not? You can count the amount of characters that are actually not OP and they stay not OP on one hand. Hmm. I don't know about this one. I guess that's a maybe. Oh, there's still plenty left. Okay, so let's not dwindle, let's not dawdle. Let's continue. More interested in the world? I don't know if particularly much has been shown about the world to interest me, like super much. To be perfectly honest with you. Not like, at least in the trailer, not like they shown any particular gimmick that would be like super interesting to me. Oh, hey, Tiabu in the chat. Hello, welcome. Yeah, it's best setup I could get. Interesting to see in the chat. I did not expect that. Yeah, everybody say hello, T. Right, I did share a link to the stream in T's server. A bit of self, I guess, what you might call it, self promotion. I guess that's how you made your way here. Okay, let's continue. If they earn their OPness during multiple episodes, like a few hundred, I don't mind if they get OP. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't mind that either, but usually it's not the case, unfortunately. Usually they're just born overpowered or they gain OPness in the span of like single episode or maybe like 2 episodes or something. Unfortunately, it is the case most of the time. Perhaps not the case with this show. I can't tell because I'm wholly and entirely unfamiliar with it. We'll see. Might be a good watch. Saikyo Onmyoji no Isekai Tenseiki. What's this one? You can't be happy if you're just strong, even if you're the strongest exorcist in the world. Exorcist Haruyoshi Kuga, called an unrivaled genius, is betrayed by the Imperial Court and about to die. Resolving to be happy in his next life, he uses a secret reincarnation technique he created and reincarnates in another world. And so he receives a new name, Seika, and a new life. What I lacked in my previous life was cunning. In this life, I'll be more calculating and find happiness. With the strongest exorcist techniques and strong demons working with him, what lies ahead of him? The peaceful life he wants, or? This is the start of a story no one's ever seen before. The story of the strongest exorcist in a fantasy world. Something tells me there's actually been plenty of stories of strongest exorcists in fantasy worlds, but what do I know? Maybe it really is a story no one has seen before. Let's see, who's making it? Studio Blank. Studio I'm familiar with, at least name-wise, because they made Rokubu. Yeah, they made Rokubu. That's how I know this studio. And they also made Boku no Kanojo ga Majime Sugiro Shoujo Beach Naken. Yeah, they made Shoujo Beach and Rokubu. And some male fan service anime. And Ramichi Onisan, whatever that is, and the Ayaka, whatever that is. Reincarnation, Magic, Isekai. I see that the brand new trend in isekais is slowly making its way to the anime world. Brand new trend in isekais, meaning willing reincarnation. That's a trend I noticed in recent light novels and manga, where the main character wants to reincarnate, and they are a super strong sage mage wizard, and they know a spell to reincarnate, and they do. Either in the new world or 500 years into the future or something like that. And of course, they reincarnate with all their power, and perhaps the power scaling of the world as a whole has gone down throughout the years, stuff like that. Seems fairly popular subgenre, I guess you could say, recently. Interesting to see it's making its way into the anime. Also interesting to see there's CG already in the thumbnail. But let's give a quick look at the trailer. Let's not discount it just because of some CG, shall we? Okay. If nothing else, it at least has some style, at least to the opening. Not all of the monsters are CG, that's good. Oh, and of course, all of the demons and ghosts and monsters that he can summon as an exorcist are pretty ladies. Oh, that's not looking great. And the dragon from Dragon Ball or something. Yeah, another trend in isekais, all-powerful Shota. That's something I also noticed. They don't really wait until the main character gets any older. He just remains about the age of 12 and is already the most powerful in the world. some tournament arc, I'm assuming. Cool music. That's something that surely stands out to me from this trailer. But I'm not sure if much more does. I'm not sure if much more does. Reincarnation Magic Isekai, that's about all we know about it. Original story and chief director, let's check them out. Original story wrote basically just Saiki on Myoji and minus skill Mochi Yonin, whatever that is. Assuming another manga thing. Minus skill and negative debuff possessed by a select few since birth. A swordsman who has one such skill is once again in the throes of being thrown out of another party. Okay, so it's a fantasy series with super special skill. Okay, at least it seems a little more imaginative, could say. Maybe I'll read it one day. And the director also directed Renai Flops, Ayaka, episode director on some shoujo anime, it would seem. Animation director for a single episode of Arslan Senki. Key animation on episode 13 of Kill la Kill. Key animation on Freezing. Senran Kagura. Guilty Crown Yuru Yuri. Yosuga no Sora. Yuru Yuri. Oh, already mentioned Yuru Yuri. Yeah, Yuru Yuri and Yuru Yuri with double notes. Monogatari. Plastic Memories. Owari no Seraph. I'm torn on this one. Tentative maybe. Isekai non Birinouka. What's this one? Life cut short by illness at just 39 years old, Machio Hiraku knows not to take simple blessings for granted. When a godlike figure gives him given a chance to live again, Hiraku has only the simplest of wishes for his new life: to be healthy, to live peacefully, to speak the local language, and to spend his days on an idyllic farm. Fresh air, sunshine, honest work, and good company combine to form the happy, peaceful existence Hiraku has always dreamed of. Yeah, there's an awful lot of anime this season. Isekai, female harem, agriculture, male protagonist, made by Studio Zero G. It does sound like a comfy, relaxing one, for sure. What else did they make? Tsugumomo OVA, Grand Blue, Tsugumomo, and I pretty much only recognized Tsugumomo and Grand Blue. Director is Ryoichi Kuraya. He at least gets his wife pregnant. Hey, I mean, that's at least unique. You gotta give him that. Episode director on Tsugutsugumomo, director on Tsugutsugumomo, assistant on Grand Blue, director of Tsugumomo, episode director on Overlord and storyboarder, episode director on Valkyrie Romance, Mahka Kokono Rettosei, not much more that I would recognize. I guess let's give the trailer a watch. Oh, original story, Kinosuke Naito. And they also made... No, just Isekai non Birinouka. Gave me HD. sound. And give me corner video. I think I recall the manga. I vaguely recall the Horned Wolf. Although, on the other hand, Horned Wolves are kind of commonplace in fantasy series, aren't they? Oh, and he has a skill to summon tools or something. Vampire. Girlfriend, okay. TFW, no Vampire GF. Angel GF also. An army of elves. An Oni, okay, interesting. Kemonomimi. Horned girls, probably a dragon girl or something. And of course, a dragon is attacking. And there's a big world-ending plot or something, and he gets involved into saving the world. That's a big harem. That was like, I don't know, 11 waifus in the same hot tub as him. Hmm. Pixelated waifus. It seems somewhat interesting. I'm not sure how well it would lend itself to any sort of discussion, though. That's my worry. Mm. I might give it a watch in my spare time, I guess. But I think for the anime I'm gonna watch this season, that's gonna be a skip. I already have so many to watch, so those tentative maybes, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip. Next, Sasaki. Yeah, not really reaction material. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's just some comfy watch, right? You come back from work, you make yourself a cup of tea or I don't know, hot chocolate or open a beer or something. You put your legs on the table, you put it on the TV, and you just relax and watch and have fun. Doesn't really seem like something that I would go into hour-long discussions about. Where did we stop? Okay. Sasaki Tomiya no Sotsugyohen. Theatrical follow-up to Sasaki Tomiya no. Okay, it's a boys' love, romance, and it's a movie. As a movie, that's gonna be a skip. Tsundere Akuyaku Reijo Liselotte to Jikyo no Endokun to Kaisetsu no Kobayashi-san. I see Kobayashi-san, I think Dragon Maid. That's probably unrelated to Dragon Maid though. And when Kobayashi just decided to play a magical romance, an otome game featuring a devious villainess named Liselotte. Kobayashi thinks Liselotte is a traditionally dastardly villain, but Endo insists Liselotte is just misunderstood. The pair bicker and argue about Liselotte's character and motivations, but little do they know that Liselotte's in-game fiancé can hear their every word, and her colorful chatter will lead him down a completely different path than his character is supposed to tread. That's an interesting premise. Genuinely, that's an interesting premise. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Genuinely one of the most unique premises I've seen. Villainess, Tsundere, Magic School, Ojo-sama video games, shoujo, those are classics, right? But there's the bit of two high schoolers discussing the game and the protagonist or whoever this guy is being able to hear them. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Tezuka Productions makes it. What else do they make? Mahotsukai Reimeki, Isekai Maoto Shokan, Gotobu no Hanayome, Dororo, look at that, Dagashi Kashi Season 2, and nothing else I would recognize. Bunch of older anime. Blackjack, Astro Boy. A lot of Blackjack movies. Oh, they date all the way to late 70s, late 60s, 1965. That's a studio with history, isn't it? That's a studio with some serious history. Any voice actors I would recognize? Not really. Original story by Suzu Enoshima. Not much more. It kinda is the premise of Neverending Story, yeah. Although in Neverending Story, does Atreyu actually hear the guy, the boy who reads it? I can't remember now. I can't remember. I think maybe later on in the movie? I'm not sure. It's been ages since I've seen the Neverending Story. Okay, Fumihiro Yoshimura is the director here, who also directed Dororo, Gotobu no Hanayoma, did some episodes of it, Blackjack H2, not much more. Sounds interesting. I'm not sure again, the discussion value of it. Comedy, fantasy, romance. Let's give the trailer a look. Because it certainly seems like a nice, cool series to watch, and I would love to watch it, and I probably will. If not on video, then just to myself and for myself. But is there gonna be anything to talk about? Play the trailer, please. Or is it just gonna be haha funny? No subtitles. Bummer. Oh, and they are somewhat aware that he hears them? Is that it? Or are they completely unaware of it? And she's a tsundere, which is something that Japanese teens immediately pick up on, but he, being a medieval knight, doesn't have the concept of a tsundere. Yeah, tsundere nani sore kawaii. I see what's going on here, mostly. Ultimate wish fulfillment manga, kinda, sorta. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. For everybody who always wanted to explain to the dance MC that the girl is just tsundere. Yeah, you're absolutely 100% correct. I genuinely do love the premise, but again, I'm not sure how well it will lend itself to any sort of discussion. Tentative, yes. Next, Tondemuskil de Isekai Horo Meshi. Oh, I'm reading the manga of it. I just recently started reading this manga. Mukada Tsuyoshi, an ordinary salaryman, is suddenly transported to another world one day. The unique skill he gains upon arrival in this world is the seemingly useless online grocery. Mukada is discouraged at first, but the modern foods he's able to bring to his new world using this skill prove to have some unbelievable effects. It's a great manga. It genuinely is. Highly recommend it. But that again creates a bit of a dilemma. Do I watch it knowing what's gonna happen, or do I skip it? There isn't particularly much to talk about here either, to be perfectly honest. Uh, hmm. Is there something going on in the manga that I would like genuinely want to talk about at any given point? I don't think there is. I don't think there's much in the manga, if anything, that would genuinely warrant some discussion. So I don't think there's gonna be anything in the anime either. So, to sum it up, this one gets my recommendation, and I might watch it in my spare time. And if it seems interesting to you, then hey, go ahead and watch it. Because it's genuinely good, but I'm probably not gonna make any videos on it. We can check out, and it's made by MAPPA. Shit. Really? It's made by MAPPA. I mean, then again, MAPPA is kinda stretched thin. Kinda, sorta. So, the studio being MAPPA isn't 100% a seal of quality. Although, for the most part, I mean, let's be honest, for the most part it is. If Studio MAPPA makes it, it's probably fucking good. I mean, Takt of Destiny, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, Shingeki no Kyojin, Doro Doro. Kakegurui and others. The director is Kiyoshi Matsuda. Matsuda is directing it. Okay. He directed Kakegurui. He directed Black Bullet. He directed an episode of Rosen Maiden. Banana Fish, an episode of. Hmm. Okay, let's check out the trailer. Right now, it certainly, as I said, certainly has my recommendation, but I'm probably not gonna watch it. First and foremost, because of the fact that I've read the manga, and second, I'm not sure there's much to talk about here. Although the trailer might prove me wrong. Okay, the wolf isn't CG. That already is a stamp of quality. Yeah, it's mostly just a cooking. It's gonna be mostly a cooking show. Cooking in another world, essentially. Okay, it's gonna go get ahead of the manga at least. I can already see that. So, I'm gonna watch it. Because it's gonna be fun. I don't know if I'm gonna record it though. That's how I'm gonna put it. Gonna watch it. I'm not sure we're gonna see any videos out of it. Next. Let's see, where were we? Here, Benria Saito-san Isekai ni Iku. Another Isekai. We gotta have some. Handyman Saito has never been anyone special. All his life he's had average grades, ordinary athletic skill, a commonplace job, but his unremarkable path takes a turn when he wakes up in another world. Here, warriors, wizards, and elves accompany him on quests, delving deep into dungeons, and Saito realizes for the first time what it's like to be needed. After all, who other than the handyman could be trusted to open locked treasure chests or to repair his allies' equipment? Beginning with a simple thank you, this is the story of an ordinary person's fulfilling a life. So, it's an isekai where the guy's handyman. Sure. Made by C2C. Who also made Tensei Shitaraken Deshita. Would you look at that? Mahu no Tabitai. Aquarian Logos. And some other shows I'm not entirely familiar with. Okay. Directed by Toshiyuki Kubooka, who also directed Maho no Tabitai, Arcana Receive, Shingeki no Bahamut Virgin Soul, storyboarded an episode of it, directed Berserk. Okay. The director of Berserk. The new Berserk, right? Yeah, I think it's the new Berserk. It is. It is the new Berserk. Character design roles on some older anime, key animation, and animation. Excited for this one, you say? Yeah, it seems interesting at the very least. It seems to have an interesting premise. Let's give a look to the trailer. At the trailer, should I say. Kadokawa. Oh, he just randomly appeared in someone's room. Are the dungeons like ruins of our modern world or something? Hmm. I think I saw a bike handle. Is there something seriously more to the world here? Seems to be. The art isn't half bad either. And the love interest is a lady knight. Shit, color me interested. Color me interested in this one. I didn't think I'm gonna be, but I am. What can I say? And we still have plenty more to go. Jesus, what a packed season. Hyoken no Majutsu... Hyoken no Majutsu Shiga Sekai wo Suberu. What's this one? The Arnold Academy of Magic is a school for the elite, and Ray Wyatt is just ordinary guy. Of course he is. Of course he's just an ordinary guy. In fact, he doesn't seem particularly skilled with magic at all, and is a bit of a klutz, which is why he has nothing to do with the rumor that one of the great magicians, the Iceblade Sorcerer, is a member of the incoming class. I mean, it's one of like 1700 similar shows made by Studio Cloud Hearts, who it's their debut show, so hey, that's interesting at least. Also seems to be dual protagonist, female protagonist, male protagonist. There's a manga, there's a light novel directed by Masahiro Takata, who also directed Bananya, at least a couple episodes of Bananya. Unit director of episode 2 of Clockwork Planet. Episode director on Those Frontline. Script for Bananya sequel. Not particularly many roles on this guy. And not particularly many shows in the portfolio of this studio. Producers also some that I've never heard about, or at least I don't recognize. Yokohama Animation Lab, TBS, and Kodansha. Yokohama Animation Lab is also a producer for Tensei Oji, Getsuyobi no Tawawa, Azure Lane, Miru Thais. That's the other fetish anime I mentioned, Miru Thais. And that's about it. TBS also produced Soredemo Ayumu wa something something. Mahotsukai Reimeki, Gotobun no Hanayome, Nogan's Life, Megalobox, Review Starlight. Look at that, Urara Meichiro. And Kodansha produced Kanojo mo Kanojo. And Jitsu wa Ore Saikyo Deshita, Vinland Saga Season 2, Shingeki no Kyojin, Paripiri Komei, Mahotsukai Reimeki again, Tensei Shitara. Okay. Mirror Thighs was great. I don't know, haven't seen it. I might need to give it a watch. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I guess I want to give a watch to the trailer of Hyoken no Majutsushi. Seems, at a glance, seems like a bog standard super powerful person goes to a magic school and nobody knows that he's a super powerful person, but he really, really is. The most powerful person there is. Okay, we're starting off with some edge. Death, blood, destruction. Standard magic school setup. The tsundere heroine. Okay, is there any subtitles? Alas, there is not. Tournament arc. Some battle out of grudge. And oh no, who would have thought that he really is the all-powerful Ice Mage? Nobody could have predicted that. Oh, probably a skip. Seems very bog standard, to be perfectly honest with you. Maybe someone's gonna prove me wrong, maybe the source material is actually amazing, but right now it just seems like yet another Magic Academy kind of a show. And I've seen plenty of them. There we go. Oh, Yukimi no Kaina. The world blanketed in an endless and ever-growing ocean of snow. The people eke out a living either huddled around the roots of enormous trees dotting the surface, or high in a canopy which spreads over the planet's atmosphere. A chance meeting between Kaina, a youth from the canopy, and Liliha, a young woman from the surface, sets off a chain of events that will change the fate of the world. Seems interesting at the very least. Although I think it's a CG show. Polygon Pictures makes it. They also made Estab Life, Sidonia no Kishi, Human Lost, Pingu in the City, sure, Ajin, In Search of Axis in 1989. And it's directed by Hiroaki Ando, who also storyboarded Jujutsu Kaisen, directed plenty of Ajin, CG director on Steam Boy. Not much more. I guess let's give the trailer a look. We don't lose anything by taking a look, do we? Okay, let's see. Yeah, it is CG. Not entirely, though, it seems. It's a mixture of CG and 2D. Okay, so there's some medieval-ish society, but they also have laser cutters and stuff. The world seems interesting, at least. And they don't seem to be mixing like multiple art styles the way that other CG show, Trigun, I think, is trying to do. They're just clearly trying to replicate 2D animation with CG. So at least there is that. I guess it seems interesting. So many shows. Okay, let's speed it up a little. Revenger. What's Revenger? As Master Assassin Usui Yuen looks into a series of assassinations made on the Grand Samurai Clan, the Satsuma, he encounters the Satsuma. Their shows usually end up on Netflix. Oh, so it could cause some issues with... No, it shouldn't cause issues with copyright. Netflix is usually pretty chill about it. I don't know, we'll see. He encountered Kurima Raizo, member and survivor of one of the attacks. Together, they discovered the nature of these murders is bigger than overstolen resources. As they get closer to the truth, will they come out alive to exact revenge? It's Historical Samurai Assassin's Revenge. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of historical shows. It's made by Studio Agiado. They also made Hanzuki no Gekkujo, the bookworm anime. Okay, interesting. Isekai Maoto Shokan, Shumatsu no Izetta. I need to watch Izetta one day. Actually, I'm gonna add it to my watch later list. And some other shows that I don't really recognize. Plenty of older shows. Izetta, planning. Okay. This one's directed. There's no director listed. Or is there a staff? Director Masaya Fujimori. Also directed Izetta. Fairy Tail, at least something of the Fairy Tail franchise. Some Doraemon and some older shows that I don't know about. I guess we can give the trailer a look. Although it's probably gonna be a skip. As I said, I'm not a huge fan of historical shows. Okay, I'm assuming that's the survivor. Good girl, though. Gotta give them that. Some cool character designs. Some cool action scenes. Christian priest and a nun. Yakuza tattoo bought with Mary on the back. Interesting. Is it gonna be some like clash of cultures kind of situation? Maybe. Okay, I'm at least a little bit interested, I guess. Next one. Next one. Kaiko Sareta Ankoku Heishi 30 Dai No Slow Na Second Life. The story centers on Dariel, a soldier in the Dark Lord's army who cannot use magic. Instead, he wields his intellect and initiative as an assistant to one of the Dark Lord's most trusted captains. But when the captain is summarily replaced, Dariel also loses his privileged position and is fired. In his appointment, he retires in a village of humans, getting a new start at life by using his abilities to accept requests for help. Okay, so it's kind of a reversal of the trope growing in popularity. That's I was a member of the hero's party, but I defected to the demon lord's side, or something along those lines. Plenty of those recently as well. Studio Encourage Films, who also made Isekai Cheat Magician, Gochi Usa, Etotama, Symphogear. Okay. Encourage Films worked on the original Symphogear, apparently. Yeah, Satellite, Encourage Films, and Studio Pastoral. Interesting. Directed by Fumitoshi Oizaki. who also directed storyboarded Gleipnir, directed Center no Nayami, episode director on one episode of Mahou Shoujo Site, or Mahou Shoujo Site, or however you pronounce it. Director on Astarotte no Omocha, assistant director and storyboarder and animator on Symphogear. The animation on an episode of Working. The animation on Afro Samurai Resurrection. Director of Romeo and Juliet. Some anime adaptation, apparently. And in between animation on Evangelion movie or something. It's fantasy slice of life female harem isekai magic. Oh, so he's also isekai'd. The description didn't mention that. I guess getting thrown out of the demon realm counts as an isekai? I recognize his voice actor, I think. No CG to the monsters. That's a good sign. Here's the harem members. Probably including the Demon Lord. I guess it sounds kinda interesting. Oh, and the title is Chilling in My 30s After Getting Fired from the Demon King's Army. It does seem interesting at the very least. They're the guys who worked on episode 1 to on Symphogear and then just dipped, which ruined the quality of the rest of the season, if I understood that right. I don't know, maybe. I'll be honest, I have no clue. Encourage films. They aren't listed for any particular episodes, I don't think. Unless maybe Symphogear lists them in the staff on like episode 1, 2. No, it just lists staff members. Plenty of staff members in Symphogear worked on just singular episodes though, so hard to tell. Source on Wikipedia. Okay, sure. I'm gonna believe that. This one seems interesting in how grounded it seems, for sure. There doesn't seem to be any like huge big ass fuck off attacks. No one's transforming into a hero. Nothing of the sort is happening. It's just a guy in his 30s and a barmaid, and he just wants to help. Interesting. On one hand, that could I guess it could make or break series kinda. It could make it because it's fairly unique. It could break it because is there gonna be any excitement to it? But yeah, I wanted to check out the voice actor for this guy, Tomokazu Sugita, because I recognize this voice. I think. Oh, Dragon Priest or Lizard Priest or whatever in Goblin Slayer. Makes sense. That's where I recognize this voice from. Anything else? Oh, I guess he also gives voice to Rudeus in Mushko Tensei. Haven't seen Mushko Tensei though, so can't tell for sure. I mean, it's listed, so has to be the case. But yeah, I recognize him as the voice of Tokage Soryo from Goblin Slayer. And nobody else really jumps out at me. Well, Gintoki from Gintama. PP but yet again, who hasn't voiced PP if you're curious who hasn't voiced PP or rather who has voiced PP here's all the people who voiced PP in Pop Tepi Peak, and here's all the people who voiced PP in Pop Tepi Peak 2. And here's all the people who voiced PP in Pop Tepi Peak specials. It's a lot. It's a lot. And yeah, that ought to do it. Seems interesting. Another show to the ever-growing collection, hey? High Card. High Card. After discovering that his orphanage was on the brink of closing due to financial stress, Finn, who was living freely on the streets, set out for a casino with the aim of making a fortune. However, nothing could have prepared Finn for the nightmare that was awaiting him. Once there, Finn encountered a car chase and bloody shootout caused by a man's lucky card. Finn will eventually learn what the shootout was about. The world order can be controlled by a set of 52 X-Playing cards with the power to bestow different superhuman powers and abilities to the ones that possess them. With these cards, people can access the hidden power of the body that can be found within themselves. There is a secret group of players called High Card who have been directly ordered by the King of Forland to collect the cards that have been scattered throughout the kingdom, while moonlighting as employees of the luxury car maker Pinocle. Scouted to become the group's fifth member, Finn soon joins the players on a dangerous mission to find these cards. However, who's who? The rival car maker obsessed with defeating Pinocle and the Klondikes, the infamous mafia family, standing in the way of the gang. A frenzied battle amongst these card-obsessed players fueled by justice, desire, and revenge is about to begin. I don't know, honestly. Card battle, male protagonist, poker, guns, superpower, foreign. Foreign, as in not set in Japan, I'm assuming. Studio Hibari, who also made some Bakugan, Monster Strike, Hoski no Kuni PV, and nothing else that I would recognize, I'm afraid. Okay. And directed by Junichi Wada, originating from Bones. Directed Sakugan, directed Caligula, directed some of Gothic, Ragna Strike Angels, and episode director and storyboarder on some episodes of Log Horizon. Is there a trailer? There should be. There is. Let's give this trailer a watch. Why not? Why don't we? Names of countries: Polostik, Losange. Okay, so it's a bunch of Bishonens with superpowers, essentially. Oh, there's at least one Bishoujo girl. So at least it kind of balances out. Hmm. Another show that sounds kind of interesting, not gonna lie. Looks kind of interesting as well. I like the spy aesthetic. Shit! Another interesting show. When are they gonna end? Show me something uninteresting. I can't possibly watch this many shows. Like, give me a break. Give me a break, please. Gridman Universe. Oh, phew, that's an easy break. I haven't seen any other Gridman series, so this is an easy skip, thankfully. Rogo ni sonaete isekai the 8 Manmai no Kinka wo Tamematsu. Mitsusha is an 18-year-old girl who's often mistaken for a middle schooler due to her childlike face and small feet stature. The story begins when she loses her parents and her older brother at the same time in an accident and ends up all alone in the world. She fails her university entrance exams due to shock of losing her family. There are people who are after her parents' insurance money. She doesn't know whether she should go to college or start working. There are also lots of expenses to worry about, including living expenses and the cost of maintaining the house. One day, as she worries about how she'll survive, she's given the world jumping ability by a mysterious being that allows her to go back and forth between this world and an isekai. Now that she has this ability, she comes up with a plan for the future in which she saves 1 billion yen in each world for a total of 2 billion yen. I've heard this premise somewhere. Put them all in a poll and top 4 or 5 will be reacted to. That's not a bad idea, actually. That's actually not a bad idea. I might do just that. I might do just that. Yeah, this one also seems interesting. Made by Felix Film. The thing with jumping between worlds. That's an interesting bit of a premise. Aharen-san, Urusekai Picnic, Nekopara. That's about it. They started as the Nekopara studio, I'm assuming, and then they made Urusekai Picnic, Aharen, and now they're making this one. Also, an anime called Motherfucking Ghost, apparently. Director Hiroshi Tamada. Also directed an episode of Aharen-san, Gibiate, assistant director, and nothing else I would recognize, I'm afraid. An 1080p, corner video. Let's give it a look. Okay, so she can phase in and out just like that. And yeah, I guess she can make money by bringing otherworldly stuff to this world and this world stuff to the other world. And who's this guy? Okay, that's an interesting use for her ability. She can just disappear like that. There was a manga with a similar premise I've read where a guy won a lottery in Japan and found a gate that leads to an isekai world. Seems interesting. But again, I have to remember about how well is it gonna lend itself to a commentary. This guy is her memory of her brother. Okay, I guess it makes sense. Same author as Didn't I Say to Make My Abilities Average in the Next Life, which already got an anime adaptation. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna set it as planning, but I don't think I'm gonna make videos on it. Monogatari, is it another of the Monogatari series? Or is it unrelated to Monogatari? No, sorry, it's Mononogatari. Additional no. Mononogatari. Gotcha. Understandable. Filled with rage against spirits known as Tsukumogami, Kunato Hyoma is sent to live with Nagatsuki Botan to help him see a different side. They both are part of a clan that return the spirits back to their world with divine powers. Their experiences with the otherworldly vessels are vastly different. Kunato robbed of a loved one and Nagatsuki saved by them. Can she get through to him? Sure. Superpower male protagonist, family life, amnesia, battle royale. Watch order help. 10 out of 10 comment. Yeah, it has Monogatari in the name, so you probably need a whole chart for the watch order. Okay, can I, like, I don't know, give a like to this comment or something? Yeah, here, have a heart. Yeah, I know, Monogatari means story. But this just seemed at a glance to just be titled Monogatari. But no, it is Mononogatari. Made by Studio Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco just directly produces it, directly makes it. Interesting. They made Marishimashita Irumakun, Birdie Wing, Gintama the semi-final, Gintama the final, Marishimashita Irumakun, Tensei Shitara Slime Dattaken, yeah, the Slimeito Isekai, Tiger Bunny, Gintama, and directed by Ryuichi Kimura, who also directed Aikatsu Planet, Mononogatari. Mostly just Aikatsu, it seems. Storyboard for Maho Sensei Negima. And episode director and storyboarder for an episode of Panty and Stocking. Let's take a look at the trailer. Although I'm generally not a huge fan of battle royales, so it's probably gonna be a skip. But let's take a look though. They are spirits that have possessed old objects. Reminds me of what's the show? Not Nisekoi. Fuck. The one with the god of war who got the blade named Yuki, and the blade was a boy, and the girl whose spirit got uh, thrown out of her body, and she had a cat tail. What's the title of this one? I can't remember. Why am I blanking on the title of that one? It kind of reminds me of it, where humans, or I guess in this case humans, in the case of that show, it were just were gods, have control of some items that house spirits. I guess it seems interesting again. Noragami, yes, that one. Noragami. Kinda reminds me of Noragami. Hmm. Another one that seems interesting. Next. Blue Giant. It's a music show, I think. I see the saxophone. Dai lived a normal high school life in Sendai, a city of hot summer days and rainy nights. Between basketball, part-time jobs, and an uncertain future, something was missing, and that was music. With his days in senior year running out, Dai swears a heartfelt vow: I'm gonna be the best jazz player in the world. But what do you need to be the best? Talent, effort, a lucky break, or maybe just a deep, pure love for music and too much stubbornness to know when to quit? So it's a music show, and without even any waifus. And it starts airing in over a month. Oh, it's a movie. Well, that's an easy skip. The Legend of Heroes Sen no Kiseki Northern War. Is it a sequel to something? No. The TV series. Military politics, foreign school, swordplay, male protagonist, war, lost civilization. You have me at that. Conspiracy, trains, tanks. Okay. Guns, magic. Okay, I'm intrigued. Source is video game. Studio is Tatsunoko Production. Tatsunoko Production, who also made nothing that I would recognize, really. Seems bunch of idol shows. Yeah, a bunch of idol shows, mostly. Psychopaths. Yozakura Quartet. That one I recognize. Sket Dance. That Devilman? No, that's the Soul Taker. And a bunch of old shows. Directed by Hidekazu Sato, who also storyboarded episode 12 of Symphogear XV. What else? Not much more, just older shows, it would seem. Slayers, Lupin. Seems interesting far as the description goes. And far as the tags go, the world seems interesting for sure. It's based on a game though. Probably some Japanese game. Probably some JRPG. Let me Google it real quick. Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. Okay, it's a military school kind of deal. Let's take a look at the trailer. Why don't we? I see the guns, I see the tanks. Is it like magic versus technology kind of deal? A CG Gundam? CG monsters? Some sort of a deity, I'm assuming. Oh, that's not great CG on those robots. Yeah, after watching Witch from Mercury, Gundams or robots in this show, they look kinda ugly. I'm not gonna lie. The world intrigues me, but I don't know enough from the trailer alone and other stuff to be able to tell whether I would enjoy it or not. I'm gonna add it to my watch later list. I guess that's gonna be a tentative maybe. Sugar Apple Fairy Tale by JC Staff. In a world where fairies are bought and sold to the highest bidder, humans aren't exactly on friendly terms with the Fey folk, but friendship is exactly what Anne Halfold seeks with Shal, her new fairy bodyguard, though he's not so keen on the idea. As his new master, Anne tasks him with escorting her through a particularly dangerous area, but with a reluctant bodyguard eager to escape a life of servitude, she'll have to deal with a lot more than she bargained for. Yeah, we did get spoiled by Gundam, didn't we? JC Staff makes it. JC Staff doesn't need any introductions. Oh, it's shoujo. It's shoujo. I mean, I can watch the trailer, but shoujo means it's probably gonna be a romance with Bishonen and male protagonist. Yeah, of course. Cold, dark-haired, a little bit aloof Bishonen main character, main love interest rather. And another love interest, the exact opposite. And another one, a rich prince, and a second rich prince, because of course. But her heart belongs to the one who's the most broody. Because of course it does. And she's making some ice sculptures or something. And he's the only one who appreciates them, or something along those lines, probably. Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. I would like the information posted to be corrected. What do you mean? Oh, wrong kanji in the name. It's a shoujo with bishonens. I'm gonna add it to my watch later list, but I don't think I will watch it later, honestly. That's gonna be a skip. Hikari no O. Outside the magical barrier lies a world overrun by fiery beasts known as flame demons, and the only ones who can protect humanity are the fire hunters. In the dark woods where the beasts roam is where Toko, a young villager, is rescued from attack by one of these skilled trackers, Koshi. But their meeting was no accident and a new destiny begins. Based on a novel, post-apocalyptic, made by Studio Signal MD, who also made, I guess, some Fate, Yuragi Sono Yunna-san OVA, Furikuri Progressive, and Pokemon Generations, and is directed by Junji Nishimura, who also directed Matosei no Slave. That actually looks interesting. Is it also this season? 2023, not yet released. Okay, 2023, but which season? 2023. Is it on this list here? I don't think it is. Okay, I'm just gonna add it on my watch later list. What else did he make? Vlad Love. Gokaramao. And some older shows that I don't recognize. I guess let's take a look at the trailer. There we go. Yeah, post-apocalypse. The King of Fire Hunters. That's a trailer that told me absolutely nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing. I've no clue what to expect. Producer is Wow Wow, who also made Precon, Shadow House. Well, I mean, made, produced. Bookworm, Berserk, Berserk 2, Ergo Proxy. Sure. I don't know what to think. I can't really make up my mind. No threads, no one's talking about it. I don't know what to think about it. Some people plan to watch it, but that's about all I know about it. Official site, is that one gonna tell me a little bit more? Maybe? Hikari no anime.com. Sure, video unavailable. No, that doesn't really tell me anything. I'm gonna say plan to watch. I'm gonna say maybe. Tsurune Tsunagari no Isha. That seems like another pretty boy. Oh, second season. Skip. Junji Ito Maniac. I'm not a fan of horrors and thrillers, so that's gonna be a skip. Ars no Kyoju. What's this one? The story takes place in an age of swords, heroes, and myths. Giant beasts created the land, but then humans stole that land. This angered the beasts, who then started eating humans. In order to fight back, humans called upon the gods. The Kyoju beasts started spreading around the world, causing great damage, but humans fought back by hunting the Kyoju. Humanity also prospered by using dissected parts of the beasts. Jiro is a man who has escaped death and he hunts Kyoju to earn a living. He meets 20th second Kumi, He's being chased by someone. Jiro and his friends then start to uncover the secrets of this world. No tags. No... Not even a genre listed. Studio is Asahi Production, who made Dolls Frontline, Peach Boy Riverside, Shumatsu no Izetta, another studio that worked on Izetta, Himegoto, Medaka Box, Straight Jacket, some Angel Blade Punish hentai, it seems, and some older shows. Directed by Akira Oguro, who also was a key animator on Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Those Frontline, Star Wars Visions, one of the episodes, storyboarder on Shingeki no Kyojin, key animator on BNA, plenty of key animation and storyboard roles. Directed... oh, I thought it was Utena. Yeah, it is Utena, isn't it? Namo Amida Butsu. No, it's different Utena. Not the Utena, it's something something Utena. A storyboarded Evangelion. That's about it. Seems interesting from the description. Let's take a look at the trailer. Oh, I haven't switched to this view, have I? Yeah, this is the show. Arsenal Kyoju. Airs in 21 hours. That's some Shingeki no Kyojin. Okay, the monsters aren't CG. That's already a huge plus. Animal girls. Animal girl lolly behind the controls of some tank or something. Who are you? What are you? Looks genuinely interesting. Yeah, a mixture of technology, magic. The guy uses a spear, but there are also some flying vehicles. Okay. Color me interested. Next, second season, Kira no Tokagiura, that's a special, Evangelion OVA, no Kemonotachi no Yoru. No Kemonotachi no Yoru. Wisteria is an orphan girl living in a corner of the British Empire at the end of the 19th century. Her life is desolate and bleak until she encounters Malbus, a powerful but equally lonely immortal being with a furry appearance haunted by hunters. Together, Wisteria and Malbus roam the Empire, populated by humans and human-like beasts in search of a place where they can live together in peace. Foreign anthropomorphism, based on a manga made by Ashi Productions, who also made Isekai Smartphone. Well, that doesn't bode well, does it? But also made Ikamusume, or at least something in the Ikamusume franchise. Ichigo Mashimaro. And some older shows. Some very older shows. Going into the 80s. Into the 70s even. Directed... did I check the director? I don't think I did. Yasutaka Yamamoto, who also directed Noblesse, who also directed Aharen-san, Nekopara, Girls und Panzer, at least some of it, storyboarded The Grey Man, and that's about it. Drama Fantasy Romance. I don't know, that's probably gonna be a skip. It doesn't have anything that would particularly interest me. So let's take a look at the trailer. Maybe trailer is gonna change my outlook on it. I guess it's the guy who was turned into a furry somehow. Reminds me a lot of I forgot the name of the show again. But another show with a stoic protagonist who's the demon king and wears a suit and takes care of a lolly girl. Okay, it's a world of furries. What was that pronunciation? World of furries. And they're getting hunted with guns. That's already a departure from the standard formula. I'm gonna save it in my read later list, but I'm probably gonna skip it. There wasn't anything that like super captivated me. Second season, Hirano. Oh, okay, we've already been through those. Pokemon, another season, I guess. Another season of Agretzko. Mo Ippon. After one last tournament and an embarrassing loss in the final round, Michi decides to call it quits on the sport of judo. Okay, so it's cute girls doing cute things, and the cute thing they're doing is judo. I think I got the gist of it. Putting aside old hobbies is a normal part of growing up, still the love of judo lingers and it comes back full force when she meets her new classmate Towa, the girl who bested Michi in her final match. Towa wants to form a judo club at their school, but she'll need new members to get it up and running. United by their love of judo, they'll throw in their passions into the ring together and score Ippon again. It's a sports anime with cute girls doing cute judo, made by Studio Bakken Record, who made not much. Nothing I would recognize. Produced by Pony Canyon, directed by Takeru Ogiwara, who also directed some of Vampire in the Garden, photography for Demi-chan. Mostly just photography roles, which is interesting. Yeah, just purely photography. This is his first job as a director proper. Oh, the one with the furry reminds you of Magus Bride. Kinda. Kinda did, yeah. Is the delay getting worse? I think it is. Maybe. I don't know. This one, about doing judo. Cute girls doing cute judo. Again, seems like a cute show to watch, but probably not much to talk about. Sports anime usually aren't, like, a great source of discussion, especially if you have no clue about the sport they're doing, and I'm absolutely clueless about judo. I do like the designs of those girls, though. I do like those designs. Fairly non-standard. Very, like, wide compared to your everyday regular anime waifu. I recognize this voice actress, I think. Could be a cute anime to watch, honestly, but probably not a great source of in-depth discussion or reaction. Might watch it in my spare time, especially since it has some uh, Yuri-ish vibes, not particularly much, but some. I mentioned I recognize the voice actress, I think, Yukari Anzai. Where do I recognize her from? I've no clue because I don't know any of the shows. I guess I was mistaken. I'm gonna add it to my watch later list, but I'm probably not gonna make videos on it. Technodroid Overlord. No, Technoroid Overmind. Not Technodroid Overlord. Technoroid Overmind. Oh boy. Postponed. Okay, because of COVID. The story of wretched, beautiful androids is set on the entertainment tower Babel, the new source of hope for humanity after climate change has submerged the world underwater. Several unique musical units compete to rise to the top of Babel by moving the hearts of both humans and androids with their performance. Music. Idol CGI. Skip. Easy skip, finally. Music. Skip. It's a movie, so that's gonna be a skip. Is it? I can at least read the premise. And the tags, first and foremost. Adventure, fantasy, romance, josei. Oh, it's a josei. That's gonna be a skip. Majutsushi Orphan Hagretabi Urban Ramahen. Third season of something. Nijion Animation, that's a TV short. TV short. Movie. ONA TV show, but it's music. ONA, Gridman movie, Dynasian movie, movie, drama. Sure, I can read the synopsis. Mixed media project spanning anime and a musical. The anime is set in present day, while the musical is set in the middle-aged age era. That tells me absolutely nothing. Besides, the tags just tell me it's a boys' love show with the genre of drama, but seeing how there is a musical, it's probably also musical. So that's gonna be a skip. Cardfight Vanguard Season 2, TV short, movie, TV short, ONA movie. ONA, we're finally done. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Now, I'm gonna take a quick break. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna refill my water. And we'll be right back with trying to weed through the shows that I've picked and select just a few of them that might make it to the poll, or I might limit. Okay, are we back? Are we back or are we not back? I think we're back. My OBS just crashed. Yeah, I guess like 3 hours of a stream is too much for OBS to handle. Okay, as I said, I'm gonna take a quick little break to refill my water, and I'll be right back. Okay. I got myself some tea. I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to rumble. This one, or this one, this one. Make it this view. Okay, from the beginning. Um, minus skill. Wait, did I say? Oh, I saved it as or did I just check out the manga? They. Oh, wait. Oh, right. This one doesn't have the anime. I think I just checked out the manga because it seemed interesting and I might read it. Okay, sure, great, makes sense. Nier. Nier. The sudden aerial invasion of Earth by aliens and their creations, machine life forms, led mankind to the brink of extinction. The surviving number of humans who took refuge on the moon to organize a counterattack using android soldiers to recapture Earth. However, the war reaches a stalemate as the machine life forms continue to multiply infinitely. In turn, humanity deploys a new unit of android soldiers as an ultimate weapon, Yorha. Newly dispatched to Earth, 2B joins 9S, the analysts currently stationed there, where amid their mission they encounter a myriad of mysterious phenomena. This is a story of these lifeless androids and their endless fight for the sake of mankind. Made by A1 Pictures. Female protagonist, AI, lost civilization, robots, philosophy, post-apocalyptic, swordplay, dystopian war gods, body-swapping, CGI, super robot, real robot. And A1 Pictures, we all know what A1 Pictures does. SAO, Fate, Kaguya-sama, Liko Reko. Yeah, I think Nier is a given. If there's any show that doesn't need any whatchamacallit, any thinking about it, any polls, anything like that, that's gonna be Nier. Can I paste the link, Discord? Please, I beg of you. At least you work with me. Okay, right-click paste apparently doesn't work on Discord, but Control-V does. Sure. Yeah, Nier is a given. For sure. Planning. When's it airing? In a day. Okay, in a day and 22 hours. So for me, that's gonna be Saturday. Gonna be Saturday. So it's probably gonna take the spot of Gundam. I think so. Next one. Spy Kyoshitsu. This one I'm not sure about. So let's skip it for now. Trigun Stampede. I do enjoy the world they're trying to build, but I don't think I'm enjoying the CG quality. Full CGI, episodic, slapstick, tragedy, crime, fugitive, dystopian. I'm not sure about it. Let's skip it for now. This one. Yeah, this one. I've read the manga. And it's already aired on January 3rd. Let's take the next one. Tensei Ojo to Tensei Reijo. I think this one is a given. It aired on January 4th, so yesterday. So it would be a Wednesday show. Yeah, that one would be a Wednesday show. What planning for now? This one. This one's probably gonna be a skip. It's a comedy slice of life, cute girls doing cute things. Again, cute show to watch, cute show to have fun with. Probably not a great source of discussion and reaction. Reaction maybe, discussion probably not. Ayakashi Triangle. I'm not sure about this one. Yayoi Toba, the girl with Sanpaku eyes, kinda draws me in, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's leave it for now. Buddy Daddies. Another one I'm not entirely sure on. Oh, and it's apparently Boys Love. I didn't know that. I thought they were just partners, as in two spies or whatever they are. I had no clue there's actual like Boys Love element to it. Interesting. Let's leave it for now. It's January 7th, so it would be another Saturday show. This one where the guy trains, gets turned into a woman and trains. I'm not sure about this one. Saiketo Onmyoji, this, the strongest isekai, get reincarnated, yada yada yada. Maybe in the future, but right now I think I'm gonna skip on this one. Tsundere, this one intrigues me. First episode starts tomorrow. That would make it a Friday show. Perhaps, probably. I'm gonna leave this one as a maybe, so I'm gonna move it to the beginning. I'm gonna separate them that way. Okay, perfect. Donde must kill the Isekai Horomeshi. Haha. This one I'm gonna watch in my spare time, I think. Because, although will I? Yeah, there isn't much to talk about here. It's a great show. It will be a great show. If it follows manga, it's gonna be great. Manga is great, but probably not great for discussion. Made by Mappa, though. Yeah, that's gonna be a skip. This one also intrigues me. Starts in 2 days and 19 hours. January 8th. That would be a Monday show, maybe. Yeah, this one intrigues me. This one with the tree. This one's also intriguing. Starts on the 12th. That would be a Thursday show, maybe. Revenger. Is this the one with the nun? It is the one with the nun. Another kind of intriguing one. But I'm gonna leave it be for now. Episode 1. Is there any like non-spoiler talk about episode 1? I'm gonna risk it. Oh, it's a Urobuchi show. Yeah, again Urobuchi. I see that. Original story. Also script from Madoka, for Ruby, Obsolete, Psychopaths, Aldo Noah Zero. Shit, this one might be good. I'm gonna leave it be for now. This one could be nice. But I don't think there is enough like super unique stuff about it. Maybe someone's gonna prove me wrong and it's actually gonna turn out to be an amazing anime. But I think I'm gonna skip it for now. Yep. High card. Card battle, poker gun, superpowers. Let's leave it at that. Mononogatari. Is it original? No, it's based on a manga. Does anybody talk about the manga? Is the manga good? Is the manga bad? Nothing to do with Monogatari. I don't know, it looks good. It's a cool premise, seemingly. Let's leave it at that. The Legend of Heroes. This one also intrigues me. It has some cool potential for world building, but I'm not sure how much of that will be realized. Conflict between two nations, magic, heroes, robots that kind of look like shit, lost civilization, Hikari no O. This one's very fairy tale-ish, very much reminds me of like Ghibli movies, at least when it comes to the style. I don't know enough about it to make any sort of a judgment though. Original story, it's an original by Rieko Hinata. And it's the first original story that Rieko Hinata wrote. Huh. And of course, also Ars no Kyoju. This one with big monsters and fighting them and stuff. So I'm sure on 2 series so far. And I also have those two. Okay, Nier comes out on Saturdays for me, I think. Let's also align it a little bit to my to the calendar. January 8th. It's gonna be Sunday actually. Okay, so that takes care of the Sunday show. Saturday show is of course gonna be Symphogear. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Let's see. 4 slots in the week are left. 3 shows that somehow managed to intrigue me. This one I like the idea of. And I think it's gonna be a great watch. But again, I'm not sure if it's gonna be a great commentary, if it's gonna be a great discussion. Because it seems like it's those two high schoolers who are watching over this prince who are gonna be doing the most of the commentary. So what's gonna be my role there? Just laughing at the gags for the most part, I think. And it would release on Saturday, which is the slot for Gia, and Sunday is the slot for Nier. I'm gonna watch it, perhaps in my spare time. Perhaps if people tell me it's absolutely amazing, I'm gonna make series on it. Actually, I'm gonna leave this one for a poll, maybe. This one seems very interesting. Another show that airs on the 8th. I could make it a Monday show. I'm actually gonna make it a Monday show. I need at least a couple of shows that are gonna be fairly light. Kinda like The Alchemist anime in this season. I can't just pack my schedule with heavy shows, high in discussion, high in detail. This one seems cool to me. It seems like a fun watch, and it seems like something I would have at least some things to talk about. So, yeah, that's gonna be the Monday. This one seems interesting. Comes out on the 12th. That would be a Thursday. And you know what? It is gonna be a Thursday. And I'm gonna leave myself 1 day off in the week. Because I know that I need at least 1 day off. And the rest we're gonna leave up for a vote. Unless I can weed out something else still. No, this is just the manga that I wanna read. So let me Google it real quick on like MangaDex or something. MangaDex, please. Is it this one? It is this one. Okay, cool. This one... planning. This one... maybe. Trigun. Are people talking about it? What are they saying? Appears to be a remake. Reimagining, apparently, because it doesn't follow the manga. Reimagining. I'm gonna withhold on that. I'm gonna wait until it comes out and people form some opinions on it, and we'll see if people like it or not. For now, it's on my watch later list. It's not going anywhere. Let's skip it. This one stays. This one stays, I think. This one stays. This one stays. Why not? Revenger. I don't know, honestly. Let's say it stays. High card. Stays. Mononogatari stays. 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 And stays. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna make a poll. And people are gonna vote for which one I'm gonna watch out of this bunch. I'm just gonna have to make sure I add all of those to my planning list. Planning. 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 And planning. Okay, so right now, the anime I'm gonna be watching are as follows. No, not here. Ah, fuck. No, 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 no. Is the stream down again? Why am I seeing a spinning circle? No, okay, it's not down. Nier Automata. I'm gonna be watching for sure. This one, I'm gonna also be watching. I'm also gonna be watching Tensei Ojo no Tensei Reijo. And I'm gonna be watching O Yukimi no Kaina. Although it is full CG. Do I really want to watch it? Ah, shit. No one's talking about it anywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna take the dive. I'm gonna take the... I mean, I wanted to say I'm gonna take a risk, but what risk is there to watching a CG anime? That I'm not gonna like it? That's not a risk whatsoever. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this one as well. Oh, out of the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, the other 12 shows are gonna go on a poll on Patreon. And you'll be able to vote for them. As a reminder, on Patreon, the tier to vote is... When is it? Don't remember. I think $5 tier is voting. Eminence in Shadow. No, I have not. I have not actually seen Eminence in Shadow. I forgot which tier is... Oh, there it is. Voting, $5 a month. If you want to vote in the poll, all the people who are already subscribed for $10, of course, can also vote. If you want to vote on the others, that's going to be $5. And I'm going to post a link to that poll on my YouTube channel in the like community post, and I'm gonna post it also on the Discord. Yeah, I think that about sums it up. And just to be clear, the fact that one of those shows doesn't make it through the poll doesn't mean it's ineligible to be on the poll in the future, because it absolutely is eligible. It might reappear sometime in the future. It's simply gonna appear as a non-seasonal show. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it, I think. So, before OBS decides to crash again, I think it's as good a time as any to just end this stream. If you have anything more to, I don't know, ask, say, are you satisfied with my choice of shows? Are you unsatisfied with it? I don't know. You guys tell me. Either right now in the chat, or say so in the comments below, or say so on the Discord. There's a Discord link here, you can see it here, right here. Also in the description, you can join it and talk about all those shows, all current shows, stuff like that. Anything else you want? What else? I guess it's time for the outro. So, what did you think of my choices, of my opinions on all those shows? Do you agree with my choices? Do you disagree with them? Am I sleeping on something, or have I, by chance, picked something absolutely atrocious that's not worth watching, and you know it for certain because your uncle works at Sentai Films or something? I don't know. Like this video, this stream, this VOD if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, but tell me please why, so I can improve. Did you say anything about Madoka movie? I did say something about Madoka movie, that it's coming sooner rather than later. I just need to find some time. Hopefully, getting half the hours at my job is gonna give me exactly the time I need. So yeah, Madoka movie is coming, no worries. And after the movie, the spin-off sidequel series, Madoka Magica something something, that's also coming, so no worries. Yeah, the VOD will be up. You're looking at almost 4 hours of a VOD, so have fun. I'm gonna put in timestamps as soon as it's done processing, or perhaps even sooner, so you will be able to navigate with that. Where was I? Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified when my videos on those shows come out. When my videos of the current shows that I'm still watching come out, I still have quite a few of them to finish. I'm still watching Symphogear, I'm still watching Gundam. What else is there? The Management of Endless Alchemist and Tensei Shitaraken Deshita. And I also need to catch up to Arknight's Prelude to Dawn. And of course, the new shows are also going to be coming out. Click the bell and stuff to be notified of streams, because I also stream sometimes whenever I have a spare moment. Support the channel if you want monetarily. Patreon, Throne, both links are in the description below. On Patreon for $10 a month, you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Symphogear, like Madoka in the future, like other non-seasonals that will replace them eventually. For $5, you can vote in polls, seasonal and non-seasonal alike. And for just $1, you get a role on the Discord, place in the credits. And you get to be shown on videos like this when I go through my Patreon statistics. You get to contribute to that. Next, you can also support me non-monetarily. If you don't want to spend any money, sharing my content, spreading the word helps the channel immensely, brings new people. You can see how many people came to the channel just from Reddit links alone. It's not an insignificant amount, so sharing those links does genuinely help. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it. So, finally, after almost 4 hours, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one, whatever it might be. Cheers. And where it is? This one? No. This one. And this is the list of my current wonderful Patreon supporters. And as I mentioned, you can be one of them if only such is your desire.